Millions of vulnerable people across West and Central Africa are facing renewed risks from the combined effect of conflict and now the coronavirus pandemic. According to the UN Refugee Agency, the UNHCR, the virus is worsening the situation in the region, which was already dealing with one of the continent's largest humanitarian crises involving over 9 million forcibly displaced people.
There are many camps like this for internally displaced persons in Nigeria, like in some other West African countries that are also dealing with humanitarian crises caused by conflicts that left millions forcibly displaced. According to UNHCR, the UN Refugee Agency, West and Central Africa have one of Africa's largest displaced population, with some 5.6 million internally displaced, 1.3 million refugees, 1.4 million returnees who still need assistance, and 1.6 million stateless. The COVID-19 pandemic is exacerbating the situation in such settlements, causing an increased strain on limited resources available for internally displaced persons, but they are doing what they can to abide by the recommended safety precautions.
We should be very careful about the COVID-19, that the thing is real. So in fact, they have even placed rubber here for us to be washing our hands and to be very careful. We should not go out, we should remain indoors till the time comes when they will tell us that it is over.
UNHCR, which supports governments to address humanitarian issues, is raising concerns about the vulnerability of such populations.
Refugees often live in very crowded environments. They live in areas that are often a bit remote, where access to health care may be limited. They also live in environments that have limited sanitation and water facilities. And so all of that together does make them particularly vulnerable to the spread of this virus.
UNHCR has trained artisans and tailors in some countries such as Niger to make face masks for refugees and host communities in a bid to curb the spread of the virus and prevent a disaster.